Now, ladies should be covering your ears because you're very sensitive, I know. Can you name an Anglo-Saxon swear word?
Oh. I would say...
That's... We've covered all bases there.
In for a penny. Gobbler is Anglo-Saxon.
It's also a delightful wading bird. The amount of times Bill Oddie's gone after a knob gobbler.
He does spend a lot of time on Hampstead Heath, it's certainly true. That's where he comes from.
Ooh, look at the plumage on that knob gobbler. This isn't rude. It's a type of bird. You know, who wouldn't want to stroke a knob gobbler?
But no, you see, the fact is, we have no knowledge whatsoever of Anglo-Saxon swearing because the only Saxons we know of are those who wrote. And those who wrote were in holy orders and tended not to swear.
They must
but
have
we
been
have no
swear
evidence
words.
for them. But we do know that Vikings swore, because we actually know there's a particular word, and this is rasragar. It's such an appalling word that if one Viking called another Viking rasragar, the Viking who was called it would be entitled to kill the man who called him that. And indeed, if he didn't try and kill him, he would be expelled from the community and indeed be proved to be a rasragar. I've been told what rasragar means, but I just cannot tell you.
Oh.
Is it?
I just can't.
Is it rasragar?
Rasragar.
Is it to do with colouring?
I just can't. My
Russet
mind
beard or
has got
something.
the idea of it in its head, and I will never be the same again. I don't know.
I think that we all want to know, right?
No. Anyway, the fact is there are no known Anglo-Saxon swear words in the sense that Anglo-Saxon peoples use them. What sort of person would say that Alan has a very small penis?
I'm sorry. My wife.
No!
And this is a legal question.
It is very much a legal question, yes.
Oh, OK.
I'll tell you the world we're in. We're in the world of defamation, right? Let's say I was to write a novel about someone who presented a quiz show called K.I., who was called Simon Dry, and he had a regular sidekick with curly hair who was called Andrew Devons and had a very small penis. The idea is that he'll never sue because he'll never say, this is obviously based on me. Because no one will say, it's obviously based on me because my name's like that and I've got a small... Oh, hang on. So that's the idea, is that when you want to slander somebody, you put in certain things that they would never admit to. They'd be too embarrassed to say that it's like them. There was a writer who was snubbed by Martin Amis, the great novelist. That's Martin Amis. Peter James was snubbed by him and he got his own back by creating a character called Amis Smallbone, whose manhood is compared to a stubby pencil. And presumably Martin Amis does not sue.
Was it Martin Amis? Who was it who wrote about Norman Mailer and put a little sort of to the appendix, you know, to the index, because they knew that Norman would always look, and
that
it just said
Vidal.
Norman Mailer, and it said, yeah, hi Norm.
That's right. It's a bit like that Jewish joke, isn't it, about the will being read out, you know, and to my brother-in-law Louis, who always wanted to be mentioned in my will, hello, Louis. There are.
So how do we get away with that as stand-up comedians when someone heckles you and you have a go back and you say something in front of a room of, you know...
Well, it's a kind of understood contract between an audience and a comedian that,
right.
that someone heckles and you go, if I want any shit from you, I'll squeeze your head or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, some stuff.
What's that?
So,
what else would you say? What other things?
Just an example. Give away my best heckle remarks. But what I mean is, if you made a joke heckle, that's not defamatory. Okay. I think that's the point.
Tit for tat doesn't stand up in court, does it?
No, I don't think so, exactly.
He started it.
Yeah, exactly. But there are various defences. And in the case, which is an obviously untrue one, of Alan's small penis, for example, one defence is the truth. The person does have a small penis. The other is parliamentary privilege. So a member of Parliament can get up and say, Alan Davis, Mr. Speaker, has a small penis. So
another member of Parliament get up and say, he's a grower, not a shower.
The
Point of order!
The point is, you couldn't sue either of them because under parliamentary privilege, there's no action that could be taken.
There's increased privilege in peer-reviewed scientific journals as well.
Oh, that's privileged.
Yes, it is to some extent.
So that if you're quite rude about a fellow scientist...
Yeah, as long as it's in a peer-reviewed journal and it's not malicious, then you're allowed to do it, in the interests of freedom of debate. I could publish a paper reviewed by my peers about your penis, and I would be relatively immune unless I was being malicious about it.
Right. Now, that's the phrase, of course, they use in American defamatory law, is absence of malice. If you can prove absence of malice, then you can say almost anything.
Yeah.
Which allows...
I like his small penis.
Yeah.
It's very, very tiny, but it's wonderful.
You want to eat in a restaurant with a heavy fork and nothing fresh on the menu.
Right away, chef. Is it because you're in space?
The great restaurant in space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that much about space or restaurants.
Clearly.
But if there was one, then the heavy fork would stop it floating away.
Doesn't really work that with gravity.
No.
Either there is gravity or there isn't.
Yeah.
If the people are floating away, the fork's not going to be staying. Your sprouts are going to be all over while you can't lift your fork.
No sprouts. This is just like the toothpaste that astronauts have.
So what do you need the fork for?
To open the toothpaste.
It's like somebody direct from NASA. Mark, what do you reckon?
I think the space thing sounded quite plausible.
You like that,
actually.
do you think?
Yeah, because in space you can't have anything fresh, can
Okay.
you?
They grow things in space,
It's
don't
nothing
they?
to do with space! Philip, help me out.
I'd love to help you out.
Go on.
So are we talking about, like, game?
Is it a fork or
Yes,
is it
it
another...
isn't- it
it's
isn't
not a
eating
fork
with-
in the road?
Is it to do with space? I've had some very difficult TV appearances, but my classes normally do stay on.
She starts throwing the hat around, you know you're in trouble, Mark Watson.
OK, none of this is working. There is a computer scientist, his name is Dan Jarafsky, and he looked at the description of dishes on 6,500 menus. And the higher-end restaurants, they tend not to describe food as fresh. They don't describe it as tasty, they don't describe it as ripe, because the customers in the high-end restaurants expect it to be those things. In fact, in posh restaurants, they tend to use kind of sexy terminology. So if food is sort of sensuous or silky, they use language like that.
Nude.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Careful, nude aubergine.
We got a topless chicken and we put it under the grill. Oh, it's a bit naughty.
This sandwich will wank you off.
That's too sexy.
Yes. We've all thought it. We've all thought
What's wrong with... No! OK, moving on. In posh restaurants, they use a completely different language. And here is the bizarre thing. People enjoy their food more with heavy cutlery. So there's a guy called Charles Michel, and he is the chef in residence at Oxford University's Cross-Modal Research Laboratory. So what they are researching is how our different senses modulate any appreciation of flavour. And so he gave everybody exactly the same meal. And people who used heavy cutlery were willing to pay 15% more for their food. It is one of the most bizarre things.
Yeah. Was there any point when the fork became too heavy? Because I reckon there is that is a scale that actually, by the time you've got like a garden fork, people are then refusing to pay again.
What you might have done now inadvertently is inspired cheap restaurants to glue their forks to the table to give the illusion.
Or glue two forks together, thereby doubling the weight.
Yeah.
One of the ways that restaurants trick you into spending a bit more money, did anybody know?
Hypnotism.
What?
Hypnotism.
Hypnotism.
Would you like the veal?
I mean, I'd certainly order it after
Absolutely,
that.
No, one of the things they do is they remove the pound sign from menus.
Oh, yeah.
So they did a study at Cornell University, and if it just has the numbers, somehow we don't associate that with the true cost of something.
Yeah,
You think it might just be 2.4 ants or something?
Our brain kind of doesn't turn that into dollars or pounds. If you put $20, then you suddenly think about the price, but if you just have the number, subconsciously, we don't think about the cost of things. What's so darn shocking about this map?
Is darn important?
Darn is very important, yes.
So it's something to do with knitting?
Knitting?
No, not
Weaving.
that kind of darn, where in the United States, what might darn be for?
Darn.
Darn.
People who say darn?
Yes, people who say darn. It's a euphemism for damn from 1781, and this is its jizz score, OK? It's statistics, people, OK? There was an analysis done of 9 billion words in American tweets.
Blue is bad, but orange is really bad.
9 billion words in American tweets, and then they geocoded them, so they analysed where they are, pinpointing on a map, and then they displayed them as heat maps. So this is darn, and if you look at the more the word is used, the darker the red colour. And the less it's used, the darker the blue. So it shows that darn is used very heavily in the northern central states. Well, in tweets, at the very least. So have a look at this one. What word do you think this map represents? There's another American swear word.
Golly.
You're close, it's gosh.
Gosh.
It's gosh.
Darn.
So heavily used around Texas, you can see where the red is, and hardly at all up in New England. They don't use gosh very much.
I quite like that.
I like these ones.
Is this words that people use when they jizz? Is that what it is? Gosh darn it. I'm sorry, Miss Ellen.
This show's changing, isn't it?
And I'm just trying to wrestle it back. So have a look at this one. Very heavily used in New England, hardly used in the southeast at all.
God damn.
It's asshole.
Asshole.
Yeah. That, and who thought there
Why
was
do they
a...
not use it? They don't say asshole in Arkansas.
Georgia.
Or the Carolinas.
Yeah, not used in Florida.
It's not used in Montana because there's nobody there.
That's true. It's not often you see a map of the jizz score for arsehole, is it? It's not a...
Not now Stephen's gone.
So here's the question is, do you think that people who swear a lot are more articulate or less articulate?
More.
Why?
Because they've got more words.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Wank and bloody and things like that. People who don't swear haven't got those words.
You were doing so well, and now you're going to hardly appear in the programme at all. No, there's a swearing fluency test, and if you do the test and you ask people to write down how many swear words they can think of in 2 minutes, the people who will succeed best are the people who are the most articulate. Although it depends on what language you speak. So Japanese, very, very few swear words.
Dutch bar G's. They can swear uninterrupted, most of them, for 2 minutes without repetition or hesitation.
Can they really?
Yeah, Dutch is really good. They've got, what's that word? Schwaffling.
What does it mean?
Well, you certainly couldn't say it on Dutch television. It means to bang your penis against the Taj Mahal.
Who amongst us hasn't had that urge? Chopsticks under your desk. What is the rudest thing that you can do with them? I think there's some food as well. I say food, it's jelly babies.
Oh.
So, what is the rudest thing that you can do with them?
Is it break up the chopsticks into firewood and then get the sushi in front of the chef and go, I'm just going to heat this up?
I've been there. It's...
What?
To put them... Oh, leave them in the bowl?
That is rude, but it's not as rude as passing food from one to another with your own chopsticks. So if John was to pass a jelly baby to Aisling, unbelievably rude. Do you know why?
Like that?
I feel like I've just become a meme.
Do you know?
Oh.
That's rude, John. I don't want that.
Let's do it again. Wait.
What?
Don't show bottom crack. Go.
You can finish it off yourself.
Do you know... I wasn't very clear. It's passing with your chopstick to the next chopstick.
Well-
It was not necessarily in her mouth.
Oh.
Yeah. Why do you think that might be?
Is it that you'd be mixing flavours of the foods?
No, so it reminds everybody of Buddhist funerals. So in a Buddhist...
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Let's stand them up like terracotta soldiers.
Oh, OK, let's do that.
I'm trying to talk to you about Buddhist funerals.
Oh,
go on.
And you're
Carry
just
on.
playing with jelly babies. You used... Honestly, this looks like a meeting of my family. In a Buddhist funeral, they use chopsticks to pick the deceased bones out of the ashes and place them in the urn. And so larger bones, you need 2 sets of chopsticks. And so 2 sets of chopsticks touching reminds people of removing their ancestors' bones and putting them in an urn. Sticking chopsticks vertically up in food, very rude in both China and in Japan. Anybody know why?
It looks like an up yours symbol.
Again, it's funerals. It reminds people of joss sticks, which are used at funerals.
What's the thing then when you get it and you place it? You know the little table they give you for your chopsticks. Where did that come from?
Well, that's all because you don't want to put them on the bowl, for example. There are all sorts of words. So in Japan, the word for chopsticks is hashi. And then when it's part of a compound word, it's called bashi. And all of these things are really bad manners. So watashi bashi, placing your chopsticks across the bowl like that. That's why you have the little rest.
I'm
so
quite in the mood for a watashi bashi.
Yeah. Naburi bashi is sucking on your chopsticks. Saguri bashi is rummaging, food rummaging. And then sashi bashi is skewering your food. All of these things in Japan are terribly bad manners.
You know at Christmas when someone offers you a box of roses and you're like, I love the orange ones. That's rude.
Does anybody know what the world record is for catching shuttlecocks with a pair of chopsticks?
Oh, I'm in.
Yeah. Look, OK, I have got a racket and a shuttlecock. We're going to give this a go. OK, who wants to go first? Johnny, want to go first?
Sure. You're going up.
Yeah. Aisling, you want to go?
Yeah.
Ready?
OK.
OK. Phil, you ready? Alan?
Maybe it's not catching it. You have to stab it a little bit.
I don't know what's the easiest thing. If I send it high...
Well, why don't...
Go high, go high.
So this is a thing. Do you know what the world record is?
4,000.
Exterminate jelly babies.
Darling, don't say that. What lovely body you've got.
Exterminate.
Oh, no, it's come back as a woman.
Oh, my God. Give a bunch of performers too much sugar.
But you didn't say that you had to hit it to
No,
me.
it's the world record for catching a shuttlecock, but I've got to send it to... OK, try now. Try now. Are you ready now? You've got the hang of it.
Right.
I'm
going to stand up, so give it...
I'll do a gentler
one.
Wow.
Here,
for that
quickly, do it now, because I can do it really prim.
You ready?
Okay.
Anyway, the record is 54 in a minute. So you guys are rubbish. OK, last one. You ready?
Ready.
What's the worst thing you can catch in the office?
Well, I mean, the plague.
You imagine how many days off people had during the plague? People are perfectly all right. Yeah, oh, God, plague. Yeah. Pretty bad.
What, were they just talking to their hands? They were just...
Files disease?
Files disease? Well, in fact, it's bad manners. Bad manners is the thing you're most likely to catch in an office. They did a study in 2015, and acts of rudeness apparently spread around an organisation a bit like a cold. And when rudeness starts, it tends to get worse over the course of a working day. It is the thing
bugger off.
Actually catch bad manners.
Well, apparently what happens is if somebody is rude to you, you are more likely to be rude back. So it is one of the things you are most
Hence
likely
the Nazis and things like that.
Started in an office.
Yeah.
Someone being a little bit impolite. Yeah. Over some filing.
And suddenly they're in Poland.
The next thing...
There is lots of bacteria as well. I mean, they did a study of 33 keyboards in an average office, and one of them had 5 times as many germs as the office toilet seat.
But I'm always a bit worried about those numbers of germs things, because they say the average kitchen worktop has more germs on it than the average loo seat. To which the obvious response is, well, that's obviously broadly fine then.
Yeah.
Because we're not all dying. We don't go to the kitchen, have one meal and immediately vomit and vomit and vomit.
The toilets are actually quite clean because they are actually cleaned with bleach, which is... I do not think bleach is the perfect product of all time. Because people go to the shops, they buy it, they pour it down the toilet, they flush it away and they go and buy some more. Whoever invented it thought this is going to make us a fortune. So, Peter, what do you reckon? If you had an all-male office and an all-female office, which one would have more bacteria?
Oh, the male.
Why?
Because you're mankier than us.
So, weirdly, that is the scientific answer. They're dirtier and bigger, so they give off more bacteria.
But are men dirtier per kilogram?
Oh, that's a good question. Deirdre, how dirty are you? And then we'll work it out.
I know that men don't wash their hands after they've been in the toilet.
There you go.
In fact, I was once at Wembley Stadium and I went to wash my hands. And when I got to the sink, there were 3 penises urinated into the sink.
No! On their own? I don't really know how it works.
They couldn't be bothered to queue for the urinals. They just used the sink where I was trying to wash my hands. And they're here tonight.
Did you ever play the Old Comedy Store in
Yes, I
Leicester Square?
played the Old Comedy Store, and the first time I went in the dressing room, Arthur Smith and Paul Merton were in there, and they introduced themselves, and into the toilets over there, and it was the sink.
Yeah, so there was just a basin in the corner of the room, and they weren't really expecting girls.
I was just going to say, not much good for us.
No, but, well, Josie Lawrence used to lift me up.
5 Royalist men from Milton failed to eat their own buttocks.
They were trying to?
Yes.
They were trying to eat their own buttock.
That's what that man's just suggested in the corner.
Yeah.
Guys, look, I think we should eat our own buttocks. And everyone's... No.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, that's what happened in a pub.
Was it like
in Milton?
Too painful for them.
Was it a dare, like a bet?
It wasn't a bet, it was an how did I describe
how much
them?
they love the king or something?
5?
Yes, I described them as royalists.
Oh,
so that
okay.
must mean they came from the 17th century or the Civil War time. Yeah?
Was it just to stick it to Cromwell?
Cavaliers.
Up yours, Cromwell.
They were cavaliers, yeah. So they wanted to toast the king's health. And they wanted to show that they were more loyal than just about anyone else. So, to hell with beer, to hell with wine. We're going to toast him in our own blood.
In our asses.
And the best way to get a bit of blood, you'd think, is just to prick your thumb, but no. Slice off their buttocks.
But why the bum? How does the bum show you're loyal?
I know, it's crazy.
Biggest muscle. I thought they thought they'd have some to spare.
Yeah.
True. The Royal Fat Ass Regiment. I don't know.
they probably thought that it wouldn't hurt too much. But in fact, what happened is it sliced off a bit of butt cheek and it bled profusely, so profusely.
Oh, God.
It was shocking.
Men to the delicatessen! Onto the slicer with you!
To the king! Wow!
As long as they didn't have any salami, they'd be fine.
I think the idea was they sat on a gridiron and a bit of buttock poked out and they sliced off the...
They must have been so pissed with it.
Yeah.
You know, he'd even come up with it if he were pissed.
But they did that. The blood poured out. Everyone got in a panic. Their wives heard about it and were furious.
What's he done?
Yeah.
I'm feeding 2 species. I haven't got time to pick him up.
But there was so much loss of blood. The whole thing was a disaster. We know about this from the...
Do you think they still talk about it? Like, oh, that day, Bob, that was such a bad idea.
Yeah.
From start to finish.
Cut to the pub the next day.
Yeah.
Special today, pork medallions.
Well, the village of Milton was in Berkshire, is now in Oxfordshire, and we think the pub is the one that now calls itself the Plum Pudding, which is rather appropriate somehow. Or it was called the Dog at the time of the event. It's since been called the Red Lion and the Admiral Benbow. Yeah, during the Civil War, 5 men from Milton got rather cavalier with their own buttocks.